What is going on, Chatbot Builders? Ryan here, and it's late night learning time, baby. How are y'all doing? Man, we got Charles Mack in the house. What's up, baby? Asta, what's going on? Thanks for getting that announcement out. We're going to have some fun. What's up, Mir? Good to see you back. Good to see you. And, of course, we've got the Queen of Atlanta joining us. Hope y'all can hear me okay. We're going to have some fun tonight. How about that? Oh, we got Wendy in the house. My goodness. My gracious. We really are going to have some fun. I might have to, I don't know. We might have to go to the, should I do it? Should we go to the Matrix? Because I've got the glasses right here. We could do it. What's going on? You know, there's a lot of talk right now. AI is getting exciting, right? There's this brand new concept, Wendy. There's this brand new concept, Asta. You know, I know Dimitri's never heard of anything like this. It's a brand new concept, and it's the swarm. Never been done before, you know. So groundbreaking stuff. I'm going to show you some things that you've never even thought was possible tonight. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually, because we've been doing this for a very long time, folks. This is the truth. We've been doing this for a very long time. What's up, Javi? Got everybody, all the fun people here. Yes, the party did just start. And I am already ripping on OpenAI a little bit. Sorry, everybody over there. Don't hate, automate, you know? Let's go ahead and start sharing this screen. We're going to have us some fun tonight, as you can tell. I'm a little bit prepared too. So we're going to get right to it. Let's make sure you can see the screen here. All right, hopefully that music's not too loud and everything is all good. So this is the swarm, guys. This is the thing. And I'm going to hopefully be able to answer your questions as well. This is hopefully going to demonstrate what I've been telling so many of you for a long time. You're so far ahead than you even understand. Over time, you've seen us post in the group, here's why we say what we do, and it's just proof we're on the right track. There's more of that tonight, okay? What's up? Yeah, what's up, G Money? I loved his comment in Discord. I think it was Discord. It might have been the Facebook group. And he was like, we've been making agents forever. You know, once I saw we could do this, I was all in there like swimwear. You know, how those Florida people are. What's up, man? Good to see you. But yeah, so the swarm, finally, so let's go through this. It's saying here, and actually, this is going to be beneficial. So don't think that just because we've been building agents and doing this for a long time, don't think this is not going to be valuable for you, because I'm going to definitely do my best to make sure it's valuable for everyone, whether you're brand new, today's your first day in bots at all, or you've been with us for, you know, since day one. So it's going to help, even if it's your understanding of how things are working. We just had someone in Discord mention that they really just wanted to understand the concept of what a function call is, which I totally get. The more you understand something, the better are you going to be at it. So it's best to understand all you can. But let's just look at this. So when working with large language models, you need solid performance, is what this is saying here. Fair? I would agree, right? Sometimes all you need for solid performance is a good prompt with the right tools, is what this is saying. This is their way of saying keep it simple, silly, okay? And it's saying, however, when dealing with many unique flows, things may get scary, aka hairy, okay? This cookbook will walk you through one way to tackle this. We're going to introduce the notion of routines and handoffs, okay? So I want you guys to already understand some words here. Routines, look at this as a flow. That is what a routine is in Chatbot Builder AI world. And a handoff isn't necessarily what you think, but it could be absolutely a handoff to a human agent. All right. And so they're going to walk us through the implementation of how they're going to use some code to do this. And they're going to go show us some examples of the swarm that implement these ideas. and give us some examples. And I'll let you guys choose the example that we talk about tonight. So you're going to start off by importing OpenAI into Python. I'm just kidding. You don't need to do any of this first step here. We take care of that all for you in CBB. Every part of this. Here's your routine. Here's your flow. We're going to call this Auto GPT or a prompt template. If you're using the assistant, it also works there. So it could be the prompt or the business information or the custom instructions for your assistant. We already have the routine. I know I'm going to have people ask us, when are we going to get routines in CBB? We've had them since day one. So the notion of a routine is not strictly defined. Instead, it's meant to capture the idea of a set of steps. The reason I started off by saying this is going to help a lot of you at least understand things is one of the biggest things that we see, say someone that's been with us 4, 6, 7 months, they're getting really comfortable with functions. They're prompt ninjas. They can prompt their way, any way they want to. But then they go and introduce functions to their workflows to make them more powerful. Well, over time, as your prompt gets bigger, and as you inject more and more functions using more and more tools, what happens is you get confused and you're like, well, I've got this function in my prompt. Why isn't this working like I want it to? Or I've got a 50 question exam and I've got some other functions in there. And yeah, my prompt's, 50,000 characters, but it's not doing what I want. In a lot of cases, and it's alluded to this here, sometimes all you need is a better prompt. Sometimes that is the key. At the same time, sometimes it's difficult to get the prompt that you need, especially when you've got to account for many other things. And someone in Discord just asked right before we went live, could we run a function simultaneously or at the same time? That's not how we operate. We operate in the order of operations step by step. And so anyways, I hope that this is going to clarify some things. And hopefully you're going to be grateful that you have a nice flow builder that you can use on your iPhone or your computer, obviously, instead of having to deal with all this, because it's just not as fun. So anyways, here is the customer service routine. Again, this is what we would call a prompt. System message. We have defined this as custom instructions now, just to make things very easy. But what is this? This is the prompt. This is literally the prompt of the agent itself, the customer service routine here. Okay, you're a customer service agent for Acme Incorporated. Always answer in 1 sentence or less. Follow the routine with the user. And so here's why this is important. If this is the only instructions that you're giving, for the most part, this is the intro. This is the rest of the instructions here. And this is part of the libraries that they're calling up at the top. So here's your custom instructions, your business information, your prompt right here. And then this is basically how we would work with a Google Sheet get row. That's that built in. But instead of you having to import a library and use this code, we have it all built into the flow builder. And this is a function, essentially. Execute a refund. So this is saying if a refund is accepted, here's how to get the information and what you need to make it happen. So this would be like 2 functions with a very, very tiny prompt. That is what this first B of the swarm is in OpenAI's cookbook here, called orchestrating agents. Oops. What happened? Did they take it away from me? How do I get back? Bam. Where'd it go? That's crazy. Well, I've got it here. That was really crazy. It just like disappeared. Sam took it away from me in real time. That's okay. I'll get it back. Right here. Bam. Boom. Can't stop me. Can't stop CBB. All right, where was I? So this is the whole bot, basically, part of the bot. The main power of routines is their simplicity. and robustness. Notice these instructions contain conditionals, much like a state machine or branching in code, right? LLMs can actually handle these cases quite robustly for small and medium-sized routines, with the added benefit of having a soft adherence. The LLM can naturally steer the conversation without getting stuck in dead ends, right? So you don't have the old school, sorry, I didn't understand that, or the bot just doesn't like respond at all. It can always keep things moving along. So executing the routines, get the user's input, appends the user's input to the message, calls the model, appends the model's response to the message. This is literally what we do for you every time you run that little OpenAI action. This is literally what we do. So we do all this for you, right? So if you've never looked at code before, all this is going to be like so boring. I'm sorry. But if you are interested in understanding the type of value that you're bringing, this is all the stuff that you're doing, guys. Every time you open up that flow builder and you're using AI, you're literally doing this. And you have been doing this for a long time. And this just like blew people's minds when OpenAI dropped this, because without this inspiration or concept being spoon-fed, they're not on your level. You understand? They're still not on your level because it's going to be far slower to achieve something meaningful in this in coding. I mean, straight up, 9 times out of 10 in today's, in today's world, like it's just faster to go no code, straight prompt or flow builder. Either one's going to be faster than this. And if you think you can make some mistakes in the flow builder, guys, I can promise you, if you ever were writing code, you get so frustrated with when one comma that you've missed of your hundreds of lines potentially, you can't find it, or it's just like the needle in the haystack. Okay, it's gotten a lot better, but I mean, that's the most, get it, that'll ruin your day real quick. Anyways, we don't need to go through all this here, but essentially this is your function. So I guess I will show, let's look, by the way, where we have our user role. This is why I say user and assistant, guys. It's not because I like these words. It's because I want to be the most correct I can possibly be, because I want you to be correct as well. So we use user and assistant because that is what OpenAI literally tells us to do in their documentation, all the way to the most recent stuff. So it does make a difference in my opinion. Okay, so this would be your system message. These are your custom instructions, your prompt. The assistant is your desired response to the user message. Okay, so now this is about functions. So in this case, what's going to matter to you is, let's see what they're even doing here. In this case, all of these items here are basically what you're filling in visually on the function screen when you're giving it a name, when you're describing it, and then you're setting a flow. That is the tool itself. Okay, so instead of having to deal with all this and making sure you're correct here, right here, this would really help you guys actually. So you'd have the name of the function. This is your title. This is going to be the description, and we actually format this for you based on your natural language. Okay, and that really is all that you need to know there, but you're doing some advanced stuff. I'm not just like blowing smoke here, guys. Anyways, so it's telling us how to do functions. It's telling us what to expect here. Here's the description. This is my doc string. Call this function when you want. Right, so basic. Now we can use this function to pass the tools. We're doing all this in the snap of a finger. Hit like if you'd rather be doing this right now than a visual way to build a workflow or a routine, as they call it. Okay, so we're almost done here. Again, user, the content, and this running the tool. Now that we have a routine, let's say we want to add more steps and more tools. This is where you got to pay a little bit of attention here. We can add up to a point. We can up to a point, but eventually, they don't tell you when. Eventually, if we try building a huge flow or growing the routine with too many different tasks, it may start to struggle. There's your answer, right? Whenever your function's not working or you think your prompt's not doing what you need it to do, here's what, like, here's what we have to go off of to help you, by the way. So like good luck, guys. Help your people out. And this is what we're given. But at the same time, I get it and I understand they don't know what's going on either. That's the truth. But we have a really good idea. And there's a lot of smart people in CBB. So you're not alone ever. So this is where we can leverage the notion of multiple routines. This is essentially, guys, breaking down a mess of a flow, a big mess, giant spaghetti bowl flow. You take that bot mess away and you clean it up. How do you do that? You break it down into different flows. Better yet, put those flows in folders. And what's going to happen is we're going to then go into a routine as an agent, right? So they're saying, look at a flow as an agent. Dynamically swapping system instructions and tools may seem daunting. Do y'all see that? This is how big are they? They lost $5 billion this year, but they're making a whole bunch of money, right? This is what the biggest company in LLMs is saying to you. Dynamically swapping system instructions and tools may seem daunting. They're telling you straight up, this is hard stuff, dudes and dudettes, you know? However, if we view the routines as agents, then this notion of handoffs allows us to represent these swaps simply as one agent handing off the conversation to another. Has it clicked yet? If you've been with CBB for a minute, is it starting to make sense now what they're saying? It's what we've been doing since day one, son. We've been so far ahead. So handoffs. Let's define a handoff as an agent or a routine. It's interesting that they're using these words interchangeably, but we're using the words of OpenAI. They're the biggest name of the game. So like their verbiage is probably what you and I should go off of as well in most cases. Handing off an active conversation to another agent, much like when you get transferred to someone else on a phone call. Keep in mind, this is a brand new documentation. So for those that have been keeping score at home, some of this stuff might sound strangely familiar, but it's all fun. They should just give us a shout out every once in a while, you know? In this case, agents have complete knowledge of your prior conversation. That's where things get good, which we already accounted for with what? The remember conversation switch, yes or no, on or off. To see handoffs in action, let's start by defining a basic class for an agent. So here's the agent base. Agent, GPT-4o Mini, you're a helpful agent. Now to make our code support it, we'll change run full turn to take an agent instead of our separate system messaging tools. So all this is not mattering to you at all, because instead of dealing with that, you're working in the Flow Builder or AutoGPT. In this case, for multiple agents, you would turn off AutoGPT and use a default reply. And I'll show you how to do that here in a second. So now we can run multiple agents easily. Essentially, what's happening here is you are a refund agent. Here's one bot, or here's one flow. You are a sales agent. Sell the user a product, right? These are way worse than my prompts. I don't feel bad anymore at all. Okay, you're a sales assistant. You sell a user a product. Place an order for a black boot, right? So this is from the user. So the user says, place an order for a black boot. We've got two different agents here, a refund agent and a sales agent. Which one do you think the bot will choose to pick? If I say I want a black boot, do I need the refund agent or do I need the sales agent? Is this making sense? Am I speaking in a different language? This is what we've been doing since day one. The difference in what they're showing us here is, well, you could, because this is going to be the number one question. Well, Ryan, why would we make a bunch of flows or agents instead of just keeping it all in a prompt? That's the thing where you've got to decide as a builder what you want to do, and then you judge based on what's happening in the bot. Is it performing perfect? I think probably 85%. I would say even not 85 to 90% of the time, you're not going to have a complex enough bot to need this. That said, some people will overcomplicate things. They just will. And so in that case, you just got to be aware you're making the choice when to split. In the past, up until this point, we made the multi-demo bot. That was basically probably the first ever multi-workflow or routine agent ever built that I know of that you could actually use. And I think that's probably got a lot of people here too. CBB Nation. It's one of our most popular videos. And now, a year later, here we have essentially that same concept, just the back-end code of what we're sending back and forth to the API. So user, place an order for a black boot. That sounds like what a user would say, right? Place an order for a black boot. That's what they're messaging the bot. The assistant detects, place order, item name, black boot. This is the function. So imagine the user sent this message to your bot. Your default reply, and I've used the term as like a fishing net, a net. Before that fisherman is going to say something, he's got his net out there. That net is a function. In this case, that net was looking for the user to say they want to buy something. That's the equivalent to the fish getting caught in the net. They've caught the fish, they've caught the function, they've caught the black boot in this case. So now they know, place an order for black boot. This means you need to send this to the sales bot. And so we see your order for the black boot has been placed. If you need anything else, feel free to let us know. So then the user says they tricked him. This is like what I would do. Where's Robert at? He'd be laughing at this one. He says, actually, I want a refund. Okay, so then, boom. This is showing us the function is getting called. Before a reply, the default reply doesn't get sent first. Because that net is open and we're looking for either sales stuff or refund stuff, before a reply is sent, we're routing off the conversation. Is it going to sales or is it going to refund? Well, if you say I want a refund, it's going to call the refund bot or assistant. Your refund for the black boot has successfully been processed. If you need further assistance, just let me know. So let me tell you right now, this is horrible prompting. It's just to get you started. I don't feel as bad at all anymore because my crazy prompts, I try to make y'all laugh and I come up with stuff that will work, but it just sounds wild. This to me is just like, it's so funny. We did the handoff manually here. We want the agents themselves to decide. A simple but surprising, effective way to do this is by giving them a transfer to blank function. Boom. This is legitimately what we do. So, for example, when we say book an appointment, we let the bot decide. That's what we've done since day one. Where XXX is some agent. The agent is a routine, right? And the routine is a workflow, a flow. So they're transferred to the flow. Does this make sense to y'all? The model is smart enough to know to call the function when it makes sense to make a handoff. Y'all see, this is so amazing to me. All right, I think we're going to be done with all looking at this. Let's look at the examples that they give us. So look, escalate to a human. Only call this if explicitly asked to. Escalate to a human agent. What is the function that we provide by default? What is the function that we provide by default? And our star student here, Kim, what's going on? She's been killing the YouTube videos. I've been loving seeing those. She says, I've been feeling like I've been attending a university for the past 2 years. And now I got thrown back into grade school. These prompts are horrible. Well, they're just they're just to get you going. They're to give a starting point. My starting points, I hope, are obviously comical or impressive in certain cases. They're just showing you this is the ultimate bare bones. The ultimate bare bones way to do things here. And also the imported libraries will have some other juice behind them in most occasions. So transfer to sales agent. User for anything sales or buying related. user for issues. So look, all these are functions, guys. These are the functions here. We're all spoiled here. Thank you for hanging out with us as always too. I'm telling you guys, this is just so wild to see. I wish I could like spot something that we've all done together, like a function video. Transfer back to tree. Just call this if the user brings up a topic outside of your purview, including escalating to human. To me, that's almost like too much information in the function. And this is just like telling what the function should do in this case is return the product. Like it's like our e-commerce flow. Okay. So again, like this is, to me, it is great to look at this stuff, especially to see how they format things. If they are going to show you in this way, you could pretty much say, okay, well, this is probably the way I should list things. Okay, I think this is done. As proof of concept, we package these ideas into a sample library called Swarm. So let's take a look. Hit Swarm here, and let's go to examples. We're in GitHub. This is an OpenAI deal. Now they do say they're not going to like keep up to date with this. Here it says it's experimental sample framework intended to explore ergonomic interfaces for multi-agent systems, not intended to be used in production. So there will be no support. The primary goal is to showcase a handoff and routines pattern. Okay, so like they're telling us this is just to inspire you. Here's that graphic, by the way. So let's look at these examples here and let's pick a couple that we might want to do. So we've got something with an airline deal, basic customer service, light streaming, personal shopper, support bot, weather agent. Let's look at the airline thing. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's look at the README here. Okay, so this is an example of a multi-agent setup for handling different conversations, requests, blah, 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 blah. Cancel the flight, change the flight. That's literally what they're doing. Cancel or change. So let's get right into CB Bizzle. And let's get the party started. We're going to make an airplane agent. And it's going to literally do exactly what it's doing here. Look, so user, do they have assistant somewhere? I don't see assistant. I just see, okay, so this is the function, user. Okay, yeah, so this is just showing us the function. Oops. Just showing us the function there. Okay, and then this is, we don't need to import that. Okay. And look, none. That's what I say as well when we're looking at that. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to open up maybe two sides here so I can kind of see. Airline customer service. So let's sign up here and make this bot. Airline customer service. So we're in a brand new account. Hopefully you can see everything here. Let's go to our settings. The first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to go to OpenAI. And in the rare case, we're going to begin our bot by turning off AutoGPT. We're going to go, let's make sure you can see all that. So we've turned off AutoGPT, and we're going to go to General, and we're going to choose a default reply. But I don't know what I want to choose just yet necessarily. Let's just click Save. And so we've got none, and AutoGPT is turned off. Let's go to our flows screen here. The welcome message is very, very important. You're going to need a good welcome message. In this case, what I'll do is I'll click on the welcome message element where it says you're a helpful assistant. Do they have a deal here? So that's what they would have imported, I'm guessing. Let's see. We can just like literally put in right in what they're doing here. So here's what I'll do. Watch this. It is always fun. Copy. Let's open up ChatGPT. And what I'll do is I'll say, convert this text into a solid prompt for my bot. And just throw everything right in there, man. Bam. Here's a solid prompt. So look, dude, literally just formatting it a little bit better. When a customer mentions issue, dude, it just made our functions. This just made our functions. Look, when a customer mentions issues with the lost bag, transfer the common agent to the lost bag attendant. Right? Like that's literally a function right there written for us. You're managing an airline customer service bot using so I'm going to say start off with you are a helpful airline assistant agent bot or something cool like that. There you go. Or something cool like that. It's going to be way more better already. That's so cool. It made the functions for us like that. All right. That'll make things go fast. You are a smart and efficient airline assistant agent bot, always ready to help travelers with their needs. You manage requests for their flights, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to literally use exactly that. I'm going to use everything that they gave me here. So here I'm going to paste that there, right in my welcome message. I'm not going to do it in welcome message, but I'm going to do is you are a helpful airline assistant bot, and your goal is to say, welcome to Ryan's airport. How can I assist you today? Always speak in a friendly tone in one line. And so here, because this is a welcome message, one thing I'm going to do is have the remember conversation turn to no. And I'm going to have a user message here. Your goal is to say welcome and ask how you can help. Normally, we would just leave this as last input. But for a welcome message, you can tell the bot what to do. In this case, imagine this section is ChatGPT. And this is your section to type to ChatGPT. So you're typing to ChatGPT, and it sends the message here, and ChatGPT uses your custom instructions here to return that message back. And it's going to return it back into the custom field. And in this case, the custom field's name is welcome message. Okay, and so I click continue. The message gets sent off to OpenAI, and it returns back, saved into a welcome message custom field. So I've displayed it here. Welcome message. This is going to return, have my little one sentence. This is hello, how can I help? So let's see what that looks like actually. Let's see. Can I back out here? I'm going to hit refresh. All right, let's see. Sit back. Make sure I'm all good here. Cool. All right, so I'm going to hit publish. And I'm going to click this button. And let's make it full screen. It says, welcome to Ryan's airport. How can I assist you? Hey, who are you again? It's not going to say anything until I give a good default reply. So this is just a welcome message. Now we need to understand a little bit about where and how we want to run this default reply. Typically, you could just run it right here, but I'll go over message checker another day. In this case, we will just use the standard default reply flow. So I pasted in everything that ChatGPT gave us. Okay, and so going forward, after that welcome message, this will be the message or the prompt, the custom instructions that get used to handle the conversation until we make our other two bots, basically, which will be the functions for handling the lost baggage or the cancel flight deal. So let's click continue and let's hit publish. Let's set the default reply. So go to settings, default reply, default reply. Any of these flows could be a default reply, but you do, if you've got auto GPT turned off, you do need to define one, and that should not be the same thing as your welcome message. Unless you're a very advanced chatbot builder, please don't do that. It'll confuse you. Anyways, so default reply is now set. What we can do is we can go back into the welcome message, just because we can, like the gingerbread man, and click play. And it says, hey, welcome to the airport. How can I help you? Now we can ask our question. Hey, bro, who are you again? All right, and so I'm your airline assistant agent, here to help you with modifications, cancellations, lost baggage inquiries, and more. How can I assist you today? All right, so that's working. Let's go on to the next step where we allow the default reply to choose what to do. And so what we can do here is we can say let's do another action here, I think. I'm doing this on the fly. There's a lot of different ways you could do this. In our case, I think I'll do this. I'll say standard is what I'll do for here. I'm gonna do I'll make this a starting step, and this will be our router agent, because this is a workflow. This is a flow. Let's call this a router agent. Okay, and then I'm going to give this a prompt: add content, actions, OpenAI. And I'm going to say something like, you're a helpful assistant who replies with only the word refund if the user is messaging us anything related to refunds. If instead the user is mentioning something about canceling their flight, you will respond with only the word cancellation. That's too hard to say. Cancel. If it's none of the above, you will respond with none. All right, so copy that. Freestyle right there. And I'm going to just be like, make this sound smoother, and then provide several user and assistant style examples. All right, and so this is going to bust out some good stuff here, hopefully. Respond to keywords based on their queries. I'd like to request a refund. Okay. Don't say the word keywords, because we want to really identify the intent more than anything. Please try again. I'm correcting old ChatGPT here. Look at me. Who do I think I am? Sometimes I say that, and sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm not there. You're a helpful assistant. I want to get a refund. Cancel. Okay, none. So let's say one more time, and please give 3 examples for each of the 3 categories. Cool. And so this will give us more examples, and that'll really help our prompt, our flow, our routine, our agent do well. Okay. What in the heck is going on here? Okay, I think I'm hitting back on. I must have updated my mouse. Okay, I'm gonna do one more thing. Great, do it one more time, but remove all quotation marks. I hate those things. It's such a crazy world we live in. We can make this happen with just our voice for the most part. So here is our examples. All this is perfection. Okay, so let's grab this here, copy that mug, and paste. So now we have what we want. It's going to say none, cancel, or refund. That's it. All right. And oh my goodness, this is so annoying. I'm totally going to have to change that one. It's definitely my mouse. It's a user error on my part. Sorry. Boom. So I just pasted it back in there. And I'm going to delete this last line. And then I'm going to say last input's all I need to say there, I think. Okay, and so I'm going to name a custom field. I'm just going to call it selection because I'm not creative right at this moment in time. Selection is what I'm going to call it. This is indeed where you would have your functions. So we already have the function connect user human. And so this is the first thing that OpenAI recommended. It's so funny that they did that. If a human or a user says, hey, I want to talk to a human person, this is going to call that function we built in. It'll transfer right to the inbox. I'm going to leave that on for now. We'll click continue here. And we know that we're going to output one of the 3 choices that we provided. So we're going to use a condition next. And we're going to just pop over here. And the router agent is going to give us an answer. And we're going to account for that answer now. So let's click condition. And you know what we'll do is we'll say, what was selection? I'm going to use contains. And the first one was, let's use none. If it contains none, right? The other one's going to be if the selection contains, what was it going to be? What was it going to be? Who knows? I don't want to have to look back. Shoot. I forgot already. What was in that box? What did we say? Sorry about that. Refund or cancel. That's what we'll need. Refund or cancel. I know y'all scream at me sometimes. I'm sorry. Okay, so we'll say selection is or contains cancel. The last one, last condition. Last condition here is gonna be cancel. Or shoot, what was it again? Someone tell me. Refund. Yes, thank you. I had to look at Kim. I knew she was gonna be on the money. Refund. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so now we have all 3 of our conditions here. Okay, and so if it contains none, we're gonna go one way, and we're gonna go here, standard. I'll make this match. I'll just call this none. None. All right, and so if it's gonna cancel, we're gonna go somewhere. And if it's gonna be a refund, we're gonna go somewhere. I think what I will do is I'll make those 2 flows so we keep everything best practice, and we're like really close to being done. I know famous last words, but it'll be fine. Cancel tickets. That'll be what I call this. And I'm going to be like, sure, I'd be happy to help you cancel your airplane tickets. One moment, please. So that's our cancel ticket workflow here to start it. And let's make a duplicate. And this will be refund. Refund. Refund ticket. And I'll say something similar. Sure, I'd be happy to help you get a refund processed. One moment, please. I should have been a phone secretary. I'm so good at this by now. So I've got my refund and my cancel. Let's go back to our default. And what we're going to do here is we're going to install Riplet and run some Python script. Just kidding. What we're going to do is we're going to start a flow. I'm going to duplicate this guy. And so what do you think we're going to do? We're going to go to this refund deal here. And then we're going to click on this guy. And we're going to go to cancel. And so let's swap the positions because I'm OCD. Cancel's going here. And a refund is going here. And I will have something here. I'll say no match. Even though like basically this should never happen. I'm just be like fail. fail. This would be an internal message you would really want to use in action. Notify admin in case this did happen, but we'll get to see if this does fail. You can laugh at me real hard. Okay, so let's go over this. Our router agent. This is the first step of our flow, of our default reply. So after the welcome message is good for one message and one message only. Send it and it's done. Forget about it. Don't put a lot of effort into your welcome message, but it just needs to exist. And it needs to be actually working. So welcome message hits. Welcome to the airport. What do you need, dude? Whatever I say, no matter what, it's going to this step first. It's going here. And we're going to let the AI decide. Hey, AI, pick one. None, cancel, or refund. Based on this decision that the AI makes. Yes, we're talking about the AI making decisions, folks. This is the swarm. It feels like a swarm here, right? If it's none, cancel, or refund, none, it's going here. This should be the workflow that we are using the most, probably. Okay, and then here, if they are mentioning anything about canceling, I won't say the word cancel, mind you. For those of you that have been in machine learning or you're using Dialogflow in the past, this is music to your ears because you don't have to train every freaking thing in the world anymore because that's the benefit of the LLM. So you don't have to have 1,000 different ways to say the word cancel. Okay, we're forcing the AI to understand out of those 1,000 possibilities for the word cancel, just give us that word if that's what they're talking about. And same thing for refund. So if refund is here, let's do things best practice. Let's name this refund. Refund agent. A refund agent. My routine. My cancel agent. I spelled that wrong. Sorry. Okay, cancel agent. Do y'all see how this is working? Publish or publish, whichever you prefer. We can basically test this thing now. So I'm going to go ahead again. Let's go to our welcome message. And let's hit the play button down here. Let's go full screen. Let's go all in. And I'm going to be like, hey, what up? What up? All right, so this should be the regular none. Okay, look, perfect. Okay, so now that's fine. Now watch this. I'm going to do the same thing. Is this an airport or is this a parking garage? If our bot gets it right, this should say none. Boom. I'm irate and mad. I want my money back, bro. It's not going to say none now. What's it going to say? Oh, refund. Look at that. Let's get a refund processed. One moment, please. Okay. What's it going to say? None. So look, the refund. I want to see what we've got here. That was good. Let's do the cancel. You know what? I don't want to go on this trip anymore. I'd be happy to help you cancel. Do you see how that's working, man? That is so good. I'd be happy to help you get a refund. One moment, please. I'd be happy to help you cancel your stuff. Let's go back to our default reply. So there's our welcome. We're done with the welcome as soon as it's sent. Then we're here at the default reply. Okay, and so whenever we have none, it's coming here. And it's literally just saying, it's saying none, I guess, here. So what I need to do is go here. And what I'll do, that's fine, actually. That's actually okay. And so let's look here at what I've got in this first block. This is just a selection. So last input, and then it's going to say selection. So selection comes here. This is a fail, refund, ticket, cancel ticket. Let's go to this flow here. And so if it contains cancel, let's see what we're working with. Let's hit cancel here. Sure, I'd be happy. One moment, please. What we could do is, so that's exactly perfect. Do I have the Refund is at 3 dots. Yes. So this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. This is, oh my God, I hate that so much. This little mouse trick. If I move my finger just to the left, it like swipes the whole screen. Should be happy to get you a refund. Perfect, dude. So like, it worked exactly like we wanted. But I think what I need to do here is just make sure that for our default reply, we get a good answer here for none when it says none. So selection. If it goes to none, we're going to make it say something other than just the word none. And so what I'll do is I'll say, I'm going to just be like, respond to the user's message in 1 to 2 lines, which was, boom, last input. All right, cool. So let's hit publish there. Publish. All right, so I'm going to, let's just hit the play button here. Let's see what's going on. There's no message provided because it's a default reply message, not a welcome message. So that's why you start with the welcome, by the way. If ever that, like, you're getting something funky, this is most likely the reason why something's not kosher with your welcome and your default. But when I start with the welcome, everything is Gucci. It's always going to be the same. So I'll be like, hey, what's up? And let's see what we get here. I'm here to assist you with any travel-related inquiries. How can I help you today? That was none. All right, so I've made up my mind. Are you ready to hear what I'm about to tell you related to my trip? I'm ready. Please go ahead. Okay, and so I'll say something like, I've been thinking long and hard for the past 12 months, and I decided going to Bali is not for me at this time in my life. And I also don't have a lot of money right now. So I'm in a tough position. Now what I'm doing here is I'm being that guy. I'm going to see if I can confuse it. Let's see which one it's going to choose. Because I've mentioned a few different things. And this is where, in reality, the swarm, the multi-agent idea can be very handy. Because in the case there is a lot of these situations, like I'm sure there would be, this is especially when your examples are highly important. And so that you don't contaminate your prompts, it is a good idea in certain cases to separate them out. And exactly what we've done here. Okay, so I've given it, I don't want to go anymore. Well, that sounds like a cancellation. But I also mentioned I don't have a lot of money right now. I'm in a tough spot. Does that mean refund? Right? And this is a great idea right here. By the way, great call right here, dude. I mean, you can do all sorts of things like that, but let's send it. We'll see what happens. It sounds like you made a thoughtful decision. If you need help with your travel plans or cancellations, let me know. It thought that was a cancellation. Right, by the way. Let's go ahead and show you how you could make a cancellation happen with Google Sheets. And so I'll do this. I'm doing a really fun demo right now with CBB Nation, showing them how to create agents and stuff. But what I need right now is some synthetic data. And I'm going to need you to put it in a table, giving me your best effort to generate synthetic data related to a spreadsheet of airline flight guests with several columns and several rows. And my goal will be, based on one of the rows, to choose a parameter to find a user. So it could be something like an email, and then match their flight number and cancel the flight. All right, send it. Let's see what kind of response we get. Okay, it's hard to throw ChatGPT off, man. Analyzing. Oh no, is it going to give me a it's going to give me a table. It might be good, it might not be good. It's going to give me like a structured deal here. So this should be actually this is better than I thought it was going to be. So great, perfect. How can I cancel flights now? This is also a fun concept, by the way. What they've done, they just generated 2 quick replies based on my one and only questions here. Good for you, OpenAI. That's a smart little thing. Oh my God. I really hate that so much. This stupid thing. Can I easily copy this? Let's see. Copy. Let's go into our sheets. All sheets. Why am I not signed in? Better be signed in, man. Come on. Boom. All right, so let's hit this up. Let's go airplane mode. And let's paste this stuff. Bam. Ooh. No, that's not good. Let's go back. Oh my goodness. All right, so bam. Maybe it didn't grab all that when I thought it did. Copy. Paste. Why? I wonder if it will just be as simple as just clicking on the little thing here. For some reason, I think not. And I was right. Okay, so give me that table again in text, but in a table format. When an upgrade goes bad, this will be, see, watch. This will be so much better. Perfect. I don't even need all that data. So copy, and paste, son. Boom. Just like we like. All right, so I'm going to be like, okay, I want to cancel my thing here. I want to put my name in there too, Ryan Baggott. And here's my email. And here's my flight number. It'll just be one different. And my destination, it'll be New York. It'll stay on the East Coast. And landed. How about that? Or maybe I'll do delayed too, since I'm gonna get my thing canceled or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give them my flight number and email. Maybe is what I think I'll do, and we can cancel my flight. So I think that is exactly what we'll do. So let's hit share and grab this link, copy. Let's go back over here to our account. We're going to just extend that one flow, and then we'll be done. Integrations, Google Sheets, connect. Choose your right account. Allow all the things so you can tell your bot what to do all day long. Go back into Sheets once you've integrated and click Manage. Add. Give it a name. Airplane. Paste the link. Continue. So flows. Now we'll go into the cancel. And so we said 1 moment, please. And then what we'll do, let's use an action. Or actually, we'll need to ask a question now. So let's ask a question here. Typing. Let's give them typing for 3 seconds. Here's your typing. Now let's ask the actual question. Just be like, please confirm your email address so that I can help you cancel your tickets. And then we'll get the email. And then let's also get another piece of data. Let's get their confirmation number. So let's click Get User Data. Thank you so much. Can we also please confirm your flight number? So I'll click Edit. We're going to use text here, I believe, because I think it's going to have alphanumeric. Yes. So let's just use text. And let's call this flight number. Flight number. All right, and so we'll get the flight number. We'll save it. And so then we've got the information that we want. Now we're going to use an action. And so the action is going to go ahead and look in the Google Sheet. So Google Sheet, and let's get a row from the airplane worksheet from sheet 1. And the filter is going to be email is, and it's going to be the email that we just got is email. And really is all we need. The flight, we could also do flight number just to be safe. So we could say flight number is flight number, I think. Yeah, flight number. So they're going to match perfectly. And then we'll get their full name. We should probably use update row. Matter of fact, let's do that. So instead of get row, we'll just change this to update row, because we're going to update the status, I think is what we'll do. So sheet 1, the filter will be the same. Let's make the filter be the email and the custom field. So these are going to match. You could also use, again, the number, the flight number. So you're very secure and correct. And so we're going to update the row. We're going to update it flight status. We're going to need to make a custom field for that. For now, just as a placeholder, I'll click selection for now. You can also just use the name, so full name. You can update everything really. Flight number, I mean, it's all going to be the same. Flight, I guess we could leave that blank. We can leave those things blank. Let's hit save. I'm going to add content, and I'm going to set a custom field really quick just to have it available. And I'm going to call this status, maybe. Or let's make this canceled. Canceled. I think that could work. Canceled. Okay, never mind status. I'm a dummy. Duh. It's late night. Status. And here we can set it to cancel, for example. Cancel. Save. Okay. I'm going to go back here. Flight status. You know what? I will say it's canceled. So how about, well, no, we should say status, I think. Status. Oops. Status. Okay. So yeah, now it'll be canceled. So we're setting the status here. Status set to canceled. Canceled. Okay. That's canceled. And so I'm going to move this above the sheets because it's order of operations. So they're going to say, okay, give me your email address and your flight number. And then boom, the next thing that's going to happen, set the status to canceled. So we're going to go to Google Sheets, update the row, and then your flight status here is going to be canceled because we've got status here. So that should be perfect. Flight status will be updated to canceled. I think it's perfect. Okay. And so then we can just say complete. So we'll say, I think this is okay. Let's hit publish here. I'm gonna hit back. Okay. Now we're ready to rock here. We'll say you're all set. Your flight has been canceled. Let's say updated to show canceled. How about that? Canceled. Let's also add a tag, just because we should understand things about our people. Canceled a flight. And then let's also actions, log custom events, flight canceled. Okay, flight canceled. Let's make sure I do publish this. And so in this case, we should see all of the things. Set the status, update the row, all that should be okay. I think we're all good there. So let's go ahead and see if we can't make this work perfectly. So let's go back to our welcome message. Let's hit play. Hey, how are you doing? I decided I don't want to go on my trip anymore, and I'll replan it for another time. So can you help me? And I literally didn't say anything cancel, but it should understand. Boom. Sure, I'd be happy to help you cancel your airplane tickets. One moment. Please confirm your email. So sure, here's my email. Copy. I'm going to make sure I'm exact. Paste. Here's my email. And it's going to ask me for the flight number. Here's my flight number right here. Copy. So now it's boom, setting me to canceled. Your flight is updated to now show canceled. Now, do we see our sheet updated? Do we see it? Yes or no? Canceled. Play up. Sorry. I know it's so late and I just got so crunk. John Peasy's in the house. John, do you see what we just did, man? John, King of Cali. We just made an airplane bot. Canceled the thing, man. Canceled it. Y'all see how this is so much fun? I did notice that, by the way, today. I also noticed that earlier. So what do y'all got? What do y'all think? Do y'all think this is a new concept that's going to be helpful, or do you think we've been on this? Kim's in it. Kim, you just get me. You just get me. You're awesome. I know I'm crazy. I'm not for everybody, but we've got awesome people to accommodate the rest of the people that aren't crazy like me and Kim. And John, you are amazing, man. Was it your wife's birthday, by the way? I saw your anniversary, man. Either one, congratulations, and wishing you all the best and happiness. You guys are awesome, dude. My man, the skies have parted. Man, you know what? We got to go ahead and just do it now, bro. Let's go ahead and boom, 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 boom. Welcome to the Matrix, where we build better bots and we don't leave any bot mess. And if you want to make an audio bot, our bots have an amazing voice that flows. And you know what? You don't need any of this or that or this mini crap here or mini crap there. Chatbot Builder AI right here. It's where you need to be. I'm not going to freestyle on that though. Charles Mack will drop a AI freestyle on you there real fast. We just did it. I mean, that was really awesome. First track canceled. I didn't say the word cancel. I didn't have to train Dialogflow for 3 hours on how many different ways someone could ask to cancel their stuff. I just knew. The swarm. The only thing that can make this one better. Like the GIF. That GIF has probably got us. That might be a fun little thing to show. Giphy views. Man, Wendy is the VP of CBB for anyone that's new here. What do I even type? I guess I could probably type my name maybe. Let's see. There, it's got a bunch of views. Where's the dancing one? Oh, it's a sticker. If y'all are not on Giphy, it's free. Free game. How many views? 500,000. Doing the robot dance, son. Coming from somebody that can't dance. You would never know it. Yeah, I can't dance, but you go to my Giphy, you got 500,000. Look, better than that guy? Oh, no, he's kind of smooth. Look, there's me jabbering. This is my favorite one that Wendy made. How many? Look, 100,000. 100,000. Free impressions, free eyeballs. Talk to Wendy on how to get approved for Giphy. You got to be approved to be searchable. If you want to have some clout, that was always one of my fun things, by the way. In the Flow Builder, here's a fun trick. If you are planning on being a gangster, one thing that you could do is as you show a demo, if you decide to ever show the back end of your dashboard or our dashboard, depending if you're an agency or enterprise partner, or if you are just not afraid to show people, hey, I'm using this technology. Which again, we looked at all that function, call, code stuff. This is what you're doing all day. Really quick, I just want to show you one fun trick. You're showing your client stuff. You want to be a boss and you've got on Giphy. We're integrated with Giphy too. We should put that on our website. People should know. But people should know. You go ahead and type it in. You can type your name if you SEO it right. So there's me or Chatbot King. This is the one I worked for. Really tough, right? So I really just wanted that because ever since I saw Kelly and I was inspired by her, I was like, I gotta be the king, man. She's the queen. That's been like the mission. ChatGPT, dude. That's a fun trick. And it like totally like puts you on another level like immediately to someone that's like you're pitching, more or less. Credibility, man. Bonus of being searchable. Exactly. You read my mind. Guys, unless there's any questions, I think that's it. I think that hopefully this is going to get rid of any dirty, nasty imposter syndrome that's infecting any of your brains. I know how that feels, but explain to you deeply. We just went over everything that you need to tell yourself and to any client or to any person out there to ask, what are you doing with these bots? Oh, we're making the swarm. Here's the layout. Here's exactly what I'm doing. I'm calling functions. I'm using tools. I'm connecting agents together, using routines and workflows and all that jazz. We're doing amazing stuff, guys. I'm super proud of all of what you guys have let me know you've accomplished. Shout out to Marissa, who just became an external request API master. I know that she was super pumped about that. That's one of the hardest things you can do. Shout out to Denise. She's just accomplished all the things. I know I owe you an email. We might need to get together early in the morning. If you're seeing this, we could have a meeting before your meeting. Everybody in CBB Nation, you're just rock stars. For the new people coming in, I hope that as you get familiar, you just feel a big, giant breath of fresh air once you've connected the dots. And you're like, oh, that's how I want it to be that way. I really hope you feel that way. Anything that doesn't feel good or smooth, just let us know. And we're very receptive of this feedback, and we are always trying to improve things. But with that, that's all I've got for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep in your mind, you are ahead of the game. And I hope time after time, and again, we continue to prove this to you guys. And we appreciate you guys and can't thank you enough for the support, but we will work hard for you every day. And with that, I will see you later. Freestyle Friday coming up soon. Peace. Bye.